Hi, it's LeJanaro back with another video. I would like to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and everyone who keeps coming back each time I post a new video. So today I wanted to cut out this McCall's 8368 because I really want to make this pattern, and if I don't cut it out I will never make it. So I decided to make this video and cut out this pattern and chit chat with you all because I haven't I know y'all been seeing a lot of mommy on the channel, which is a good thing, but I wanted to chit chat with you all, catch you up on all of the happenings that's been going on. So yeah, I'm gonna just cut this out and just kind of chit chat and let you know the things that have been happening with me. All right. So first things first, I don't have a regular job. I have been working just like side hustles, different things like that. Basically freelance work. So I was working this job and it had to do with that thing that happened in 2020. That's what I always call it, that thing that happened in 2020. That's what the job was related to, and it was work from home, and it was a contract position, but the contract kept getting renewed. So in June, we hadn't heard anything about the contract or anything, so we were just kind of wondering what was going to be going on, if we're still going to have a job, because, you know, communication was lacking. So we get this message that says, oh, we're going to have a meeting on the 21st. So it's like, okay, fine. But it was like 3 weeks away. So then we get another message. It said, no, the meeting's going to be on the 14th of June. So we have the meeting. They tell us they're going to extend the contract. However, we can't work from home anymore. So, which was very inconvenient for me because I, at the time, didn't have a car. Right? And I know that there's MARTA and all that kind of stuff, but I'll get to that later. So they were like, fill out this survey, and there's no guarantee that you're going to get the job you want, or basically you're not going to get your preference, is basically what they were telling us. So they were like, fill out this survey, and then we'll look over the survey and we'll look at your choices, basically. So the survey was your preferred location. There's 3 different locations. And then basically your skills. And then I think we also had to send, no, we didn't have to send our resume at that time. We just had to fill out the survey. But it was basically, they were giving us a week to get our lives together. And to decide whether you wanted to take what they were offering or if you wanted to opt out, right? So I filled out the survey, put my preferences. You know, I tried to pick the things that had, like, you know, work from home, hybrid type things, right? So now mind you, They sent out when they sent out the survey, that Monday was a holiday. That Monday was Juneteenth, so everybody was gonna be off, right? So it really wasn't even a week to decide and get your life together. So anyway, filled out the survey. So that next week, like maybe Wednesday, I think, they sent out this email, and it's like, thank you for your interest in this such and such department. This is a part-time position, 2 days a week from 9 to 4. Send us your resume and send in writing whether you accept the position or not. And I'm like, what? What position? I'm confused. Like, it had, I think, some descriptions on there. So basically some was like filing, some was, I think, inspections, like pool inspections, different things like that. But they didn't have a location, they didn't have a job title, any of those things. So I'm like, I'm confused. What am I accepting? And plus, you're cutting my hours in half. So I was working 30 hours from home, right? You're cutting me down to 17. And I can't work from home anymore. Like, I'm really not seeing how this was a good thing, right? You're cutting the hours in half. We can no longer work from home, and we got to come into a location. And so the shift that I work is in the afternoons. So I basically work an afternoon shift, and I do that for because I can get up in the morning if I have any doctor's appointments, run any errands or anything like that. You see, I'm awkwardly cutting this out because of how I laid it out. Oh no, let me see. All right, so I picked that shift because, like I said, doctor's appointments, errands, whatever the case may be, I can get all of that stuff done in the morning and then come home and work in the afternoon. But the shift that they wanted us to work was 9 to 4. Didn't say what days 9 to 4, what location 9 to 4, any of that, right? So I sent the lady an email, and I said, you know, well, thank you. I was very professional. I said thank you for the offer. I said, however, I need some clarification. I need a little bit more information. I said, because if I'm going to be riding MARTA, I need to know what location I'm going to be going to, what days of the week. You know, I need information on what I'm supposedly accepting, right? So she forwards it over to the person who was the head over the entire program. And, you know, they asked me if a specific location was okay for me. So I said, okay, now that I know that location, yes, I can ride the train downtown to that location. However, you know, that's not the shift that I usually work. What days of the week are you going to need me? Like, basic questions, right? These are basic questions. When you go on an interview and you going for a job, you want to know if the place has multiple locations. What location are you going to work at? Are you going to have to travel to different locations? What day, if I'm not working every day of the week, what days of the week am I working? These are basic questions. Um, and with MARTA, I always say you need to leave home at least 2 hours before you need to be somewhere when you're on MARTA. Because you never know what can happen. The train could be delayed, a bus could be delayed, anything, right? So if I'm working 9 to 4, that means I'm either going to be walking in the dark in the morning, or when time changes over again, I'm going to be walking home in the dark. Because it's a good little walk from my apartment to the bus stop. So I have safety concerns, right? And you know, I expressed all this to the person or whatever. Y'all, she sent me an email back. She said, send me your letter of resignation. Now, mind you, it's a location that was closer to me. Wasn't even part of the conversation. Wasn't even part of the conversation. Not to mention, again, you're cutting our hours in half. So essentially, I would have had to get another job anyway. Because, like, I can't live off of, even though I do little side hustles and stuff like that, who can live off of 17 hours? I got grown people bills. So, yeah. Yeah, she was like, send me your letter of resignation. That was that. Just cold-hearted. Cold-hearted. Okay, so the video got cut off. And I was talking about some other stuff when the video cut off, so I'll just go back. I know where the video got cut off, I was telling you all, she was like, send me your letter of resignation, right? Now, going back to the initial meeting that we had, people asked in the meeting, they said, well, if working from home is our only option, I don't know if I told you this part already, but people asked, well, what if working from home is our only option? Can we apply for unemployment? And if I told you this part, I'm sorry. And they were basically like, yeah, you can apply for unemployment, but if they send us over paperwork asking if we offered you a position, we're going to have to say yes. And it's like, for the people that want to stay, let them stay and take whatever position you're going to offer them. But the people that can't, why not just give them separation papers and let them apply for unemployment and going on about their business? Because the 2 days that you're offering me, I would get more on unemployment. And I'm going, you were paying me for 30 hours. Why now all of a sudden you got to cut me down so much? Or us down so much? Now, the full-time people got to keep their full-time positions. But, of course, they still had to come in. Depending on where they went, they may have one work-from-home day or something like that. But they have to come into the office and wherever they're going to put them. Because my supervisor was one of them. I think she has one work-from-home day, and then the other 4 days she has to go in. And they basically have them doing grunt work. But I'll come back to that if I have time. And I was purposely emailing them from my personal email. So if I have to use this information later, I'll have it in my personal email. They can't go into their system and delete it. But I'm going, okay, I've done this for 2.5 years from home, no supervision. My evaluations are stellar. And basically this is what they said. Well, you all could come in and we could see how well you work and we could hire you on for a full-time position. So basically you want me to come in and be an intern for 2 days a week with no guarantee that I'm gonna get a full-time position. And I was like, the way that you just basically was like, I don't care about your safety, I don't care about your well-being. If you can't come in and do what we need you to do, then we'll need you. That's basically what you said when you were like, oh well. And you know, she's always had this. That's neither here nor there. Anyway. But you know, things are in your life for a reason or a season, they say. So apparently that season is over for me. So then the next thing was returning the equipment. And I got my equipment from way out, right? So they were like, you need to send an email to such and such about returning equipment. You need to make an appointment, blah, 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 blah. So I sent the email, never got a response from the lady who was supposed to email me back about an appointment for returning the equipment. So I called the location where I picked up my equipment initially and made an appointment with the guy out there, because the lady I got the equipment for was retired. And I set up the next day to return the equipment with him. Not the next day after all this happened, but after our last day was, well, my last day. I can't remember, but anyway, I returned the equipment on June 30th. Easy peasy. Like, I would have still been waiting on the other location to give me an appointment to return the equipment, because they never responded. I'm like, why would I want to work for this company? I've worked for too many companies where it's been horrible. And the way that you all just set this up, you sprung this on us. We had a week to basically decide, less than a week. And then when we give you a little bit of pushback and we just want a little bit of information, that's the attitude that you take with us? Why would I want to work for you full time? I would probably be miserable. Like, so yeah, that was that. So now I'm just basically doing freelance stuff, side hustle jobs here and there. So let me tell you the type of position that I want. Because again, I've worked for companies where I've been miserable, hated getting out of the bed every day and going to these places. I feel like this time around I need to do something that I enjoy. I enjoy doing my freelance jobs, but there's nothing like guaranteed every 2 weeks or 1st and 15th or whatever, you know you got money coming. So let me set up the other pair of pants and then I will tell you about my ideal job. Alright, I wanted to go ahead and cut these yokes out for the pants first, before I cut the other pant leg. But my ideal position is 1, work from home. 2, as less phone as possible. I spent the last 2.5 years calling people. I don't want to do that. I wasn't selling anything. It was just, so I can tell you what I was doing. I was calling people when I first started, I was calling close contacts of people from that thing in 2020. And, you know, we would give them guidance and stuff like that. Or inform them that they had been in close contact with someone. Alright? So contact tracing, that's what I was doing. Then, when contact tracing slowed down, I started doing case investigation. Meaning the people who tested positive, I would call them. And do the interview and give them guidance and different things like that. If they needed resources, we would help them out with certain resources and different things like that. Which is funny because the people that you had working for you, you don't care about our resources anymore. But anyway, so yes, work from home, as less phone as possible. I can do data entry. I can do data entry all day. If I have to talk on the phone, I would prefer it be incoming calls and something like a scheduling position. Because I've done radiology scheduling in the medical field. So, but that's like second choice. If I can find a work from home where I'm pretty much just doing data entry, you send me my work, let me know what I gotta do, and let me do it, I would love that. So if you all know of anything like that along those lines, or if you need a little bit of information about me, you know, if you think you know of something but you need a little bit more information about me, just my contact's in the description. My email is in the description. But yeah, if you all know of anything, let me know. Just a heads up, I will be, you know, if I have something I'm using and it's in my Amazon store, I'm going to mention that. Every little bit helps. It's funny because I don't know if I don't know if it came from my planning channel or this channel, but people will order it from my Amazon store. It was awesome. And you know, that's affiliate. When someone uses your store, your link, you get a small commission. I was excited. I had checked my account and it said Amazon payment. I was like, oh. I do need to upload more stuff into my store though, because I don't have a lot of stuff in my store. So I will be talking about that because, like I said, every little bit helps. And of course, if you know have any job leads or anything like that, let me know. You know, of course, I prefer lottery, but since that might not be happening, I gotta go to work. But anyway, but I will say I am thankful because the freelance jobs that I'm doing, I'm learning a lot from those jobs. They have been consistent, thank goodness. But you always need something, because a lot of people who are working the same things I'm doing, they've been freelance for years and years and years, and they always say it's always good to make sure you have something else to fall back on, just in case one thing ends or something like that. So the freelance life is scary. I will tell you that. And I'm still trying to figure out my schedule and different things like that. Because if you saw my community post, you see I'm not managing my time very well, because I haven't been able to sew since I finished my dress. And I still need to record that and show you what that looks like. But yeah, I was excited. I checked my accounts at Amazon payments. I haven't checked my I haven't been on to see, you know, where it came from, whether it came from my store or my link, because I have a Amazon Associates link and then I have a store. But I was excited. Alright, so I'm gonna set up the pants, come back. Alright, this is the last piece, the other pant leg. But yeah, I just need to manage my time better. You would think I would be an expert because this is what I used to teach. But I gotta do better at managing my time. And plus I have a planning channel. Like, how am I not managing my time well and I have a planning channel? Anyway. I think what I've come up with is I need to pick a shift that I'm going to work, because with one of my jobs, on Mondays, that's the day I work that job. And it's an all-day thing. But for the rest of the week, I do the other one. And I can log on at any time, day or night, and do it. So, first thing I think I need to do is pick a shift. Am I going to work in the morning or am I going to work in the afternoon? It's looking more like afternoon, just because I think that's what my body is used to. So, if that's the case, then I need to, in the mornings, be more productive with like sewing and, you know, if I have a doctor's appointment, do that. Running errands, doing things for my planning channel and this channel. And then, let's say I do the same shift I did with the other job. I did 12 to 6 at the other job. I would do more hours than that. But like I said, I can work that anytime of day or night. So I can open up my computer and just work whenever. But I think I need to nail down an actual shift that I'm going to work and just know, you know, I'm working from this time to this time, basically. I think that's a start. And then in the mornings, get my real morning routine going. Because I haven't walked, I haven't done anything. So, yeah. Get a morning routine established and get back to doing the things that I enjoy doing. So, that is that. Cut this little last piece. I don't know if you can see me because I keep moving the fabric, but it's very awkward. I'm trying to cut it on there. I'm making this worse, more difficult than it needs to be. There we go. Ah, okay. So that is it. That is my saga. I know I said I kept saying I was going to tell you all, and I just never got around to it. So I wanted to cut this out and tell you about the saga. If you have any advice for me, please let me know. And I don't think anything else I need to tell you. want to tell you. Got a few more videos with mommy, at least 3 more I think with mommy, and maybe I can get her here and we can do some more. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I have a laundry list of things that I want to sew, that I want to do, including my backpack pattern. I want to pull that out and hack that. But yeah, this is McCall's 8368. I am doing views B and C. I know I had it laying on the thing at first. So let me see if I can grab all the pieces and grab the pattern again and show it to you again without knocking the camera over. So here are all the pieces. It's really dark. I need to get my lighting together. I need to get my whole sewing space together. Oh, you can't see that at all. But that's the pattern. I know you can't really see it because it's dark. I didn't realize it was that dark. But I'm doing view B and C. And I know I mentioned this before, but Brittany J Jones has a sew along on her channel. I will, if I remember, I will link it in the description box below. But yeah, I got this cut out and I'm hoping to get this made this week because I am really going through withdrawals from my sewing machine. Alright, thank you all for listening to me ramble about my professional life. And I will see you in the next video.